Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Dalton Smith is now the super welterweight EBU champ, European champ. He knocks out Walid Quizza from France in one round. Right at the end of the round, the fight was stopped. I think they actually called it as 3 minutes. The referee said, "We'll go with the full 3 minutes rather than 2 minutes 59." He likes to round it off, But yeah, this was levels, as they say. Dalton Smith looking absolutely terrific in there from the word go. Took the centre of the ring, very, very sharp, very heavy-handed, varied his work incredibly well. Every punch was on display in the brief time that it lasted. And Walid Quizza came in with 19 wins, 8 KOs, 2 defeats, both on points to lower-level guys. He'd fought for, I think, EU title, not the EBU title, and he fought for the silver version of the EBU title, whatever that is. I think he won it as well. He won both those fights. But he had a couple of 8-rounders early in his career that he lost on points. Never been out of, I don't think he's been out of France. He may have been on the continent a couple of times, but against Smith, he never had a chance. I mean, upright fighter, orthodox, 33 years old. Decent sort of fringe EBU title level, I suppose. But Smith looked the part. Smith really did look the part. He's now moved to 17 wins with 13 KOs. Yeah, I mean, we last saw him getting rid of Jose Zepeda in what was left of Jose Zepeda because he's past his best. Knocked him out in 5 rounds. Prior to that, he stopped Sam Maxwell in 7 rounds. Billy Allington, he won a 12-round decision over him. Casey Benjamin, he did him in, that was a 12-rounder, wasn't it? It was Sam Mason, he stopped in 6 rounds. 12 rounds over Casey Benjamin. So he's done the 12-round distance, Dalton Smith. But right now, he seems to have really settled into that sort of box puncher mode. And if you remember, Adam Azim had the EBU title and deliberately avoided Smith, gave up the belt. Understandably so, looking at this, because I think Smith would, even now, I think Smith would definitely beat Azim. He's got too much of everything. He really is a sharp puncher, but he varies his work so well. Body, head, both hands, upstairs, downstairs, back again. Very quick with his feet too, nice balance. I mean, Walid Quizza, you're not going to accuse him of ever being anything near close to world class, but sometimes, as we keep saying, it's how the opponent wins, how they get their work done. And Dalton Smith did look the part. He really did. And Quizza didn't get a look in. I mean, he was stung badly. It was a left hook maybe 2 minutes in. And you could see him thinking, okay, what am I going to do? It's almost as if he wanted to settle into the fight and have a look at Smith, but Smith didn't let him. Smith was like, you can have a look at my fists, and that's actually a lot. And once he went through the gears, Smith, and he went through them very, very quickly, Quizza just had no reply whatsoever. So, yeah, he was down from, there was a combination. I can't even remember the combination. It was about a 5-punch combination, body to head. Eventually finished off, I think, with a right hand. He's an orthodox fighter, Smith, so round the corner, side of the head, but it was a culmination of punches, really. Quizza goes down on his side, gets up. There was a close-up of his face. His eyes kind of revealed the truth. He was like, what the hell am I going to do with this guy now? Maybe I can make it into the next round. No, he couldn't, because Smith then steps in. I think it was a left hook? He stepped in with a single left hook and put Quizza down again. And I think the towel came in right on the 3-minute mark as the ref waved it off. So Quizza's corner didn't take long for them to realise their guy was way out of his depth. And he was. But for Smith now, at 140, he's talking about, I think he won the Lonsdale belt outright as well, which again shows that when you're schooling a fighter, when you're bringing him through the ranks, it's always best to go down the traditional route. Winning the Lonsdale belt outright, that's a beautiful thing to have in your trophy cabinet or on your mantelpiece. He's now got the EBU title. But I think, Yeah, he's ready to make a splash at world level. He holds one of those crappy WBC silver titles, whatever the fuck it is. And he spoke post-fight about wanting to win the proper WBC title. That's fine. But I don't know, Regis Prograis was mentioned. Regis has got a fight coming up against someone, I can't remember who, but he kind of looked finished, almost like he was on the verge of retirement after losing to Jack Catterall widely and going on the floor a couple of times as well. Would that be a little toe dipper for Dalton Smith? Put him in with Regis? Yeah, if Regis comes through the next fight. Who else is there at 140? Haney's busy, isn't he? He wants his rematch with Garcia. Teofimo Lopez. I can't see any of those fighters being lured to Britain for Dalton Smith. So I think he'll probably have to continue to build his name and build up that highlight reel knockouts, and kind of make his presence known internationally. I don't know who he'd fight in the meantime, but go through the rankings, pick off a couple of the fellow top 10 contenders, because he is ranked quite highly, and then take it from there. But he looks the part. He does look like he's got all the skills in the world. And at 27, I think he's now ready to make a move, because he's got his man strength, looking very, very good at the weight, very physically strong at the weight, very fast, very poised, and very, very confident. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of Dalton Smith. What did you think of this fight? What do you think should be Dalton Smith's next move? Yeah, let me know. Comments below as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button if you like the video. I do appreciate your time. Every time you watch one of these videos, thank you very much for that. And looking forward to reading what you've got to say. So well done to Dalton Smith. I will catch you all later. Bye for now.